All right. Hello and welcome. My name is Abi.
My name is Laura.
And why are we here?
Well, we're listening to. Damn
If you needed more of an indication of what you're going to be hearing from now on, we are flatmates. That's who we are.
We're
flatmates.
flatmates.
We live together.
Mm-hmm.
And we are here. We're bringing you a brand new flavor, brand new spice. This is going to be a brand new podcast we're starting called How to Housemate.
How to Housemate.
How to Housemate.
How to Housemate.
Because, child, some of you out here just don't know how to housemate. Like, for real. I've been hearing stories of people, and I'm just like, you guys.
Yeah, a bunch of my friends, they're having problems with their housemates, their flatmates, and I've just got a great one, so...
Literally. So
sharing the wisdom.
Us and our infinite wisdom, we just decided to start a podcast.
That's what you do when you have a passion, when you have wisdom.
Yeah.
You start a podcast.
Are you saying your passion is living with me?
Yes.
So one thing.
100%.
That's the one thing you wake up and you're like, I'm so glad I live with you.
I'm passionate about living with Abby. Yes.
I love to hear it. Mm-hmm. So we're flatmates, and we wanted to let you into our living journey and talk a little bit about the stuff
a little world
that you guys go through. Speaking of you guys, who are you guys? We had a small following on a little Instagram account called We Are the Bleach Boys.
We Are the Bleach Boys. Why are we called We Are the Bleach Boys?
I was hoping you would go into the story because I think we have different versions of the story.
Do we? Is there a story? I thought it was just a love for a certain cleaning product.
I think so. I will speak for myself. This is my story of We Are the Bleach Boys. Is there was a day in our household where we were being foolish and singing. As you can already tell if you've been listening for the last couple minutes, we are pretty fun people, and so
I would hope to think
we're okay to hang around with. And if you guys know who the Beach Boys are, the OG Beach Boys, they have a song where they go, "My buddies and me, we're getting real well known." Da, da, da. Yeah, and I don't know why. You ever get like an earworm where something is like stuck in your ear? Like it's the only thing that you can like think about. And I think we just kept singing "My buddies and me, we're getting real well known."
Yeah. Well, see, I don't even remember that part.
Do you not?
No, that's come out of my head completely. This is news to me. I've completely forgotten about this.
Yeah, but I thought I wanted to start an Instagram account called We Are the Beach Boys. Because we are the beach, because it's a Beach Boys song. My buddies and me.
Yeah, I don't even listen to the Beach Boys.
Yeah,
I've never listened to a Beach Boys song on purpose.
That's so true. They're always that group that you listen to incidentally. Like you never no one searches into wonder what the Beach Boys are putting out recently. No, it's but I just remember just being like, We Are the Beach Boys, and then beach not being available, that account wasn't available, so we changed it to We Are the Bleach Boys.
Really?
But I think it was also fueled, like you were saying, by my undying love for Bleach.
I just remember getting into our new flat and it needed a clean, and you have a big love for Bleach, and so Bleach was the first option. The glass coffee.
The glass jar
that sat in our hallway for a long time after you cleaned the bathroom.
After I scrubbed the bathroom with bleach. I didn't know that was where... Because we were in our kitchen when we were discussing, the idea of making the Instagram. I mean, name aside, that's a pretty cool name for an Instagram. We Are the Bleach Boys. But why... This is the part that I get asked, because I've been asked this maybe 3 or 4 times.
Really? Oh.
Why did we start that account?
Why did we start that account? Well, I feel like a lot of people, when they move out, they're really excited about moving out. And this is my first time moving out. That's not halls. And so everyone's just excited and they want to document it. And sometimes people just want to have a completely separate account just for documenting their
flat
journey and their new housemates and how they get on. My brother had one.
Okay.
They don't post on it ever now.
So was this more like you wanted to document the whole flat experience?
The vibe, yeah.
The vibe.
I think it's just funny to see how other people live.
I think so too, because I think you live, with your whoever you live with and you kind of think whatever you do is normal. You know what I'm saying? Like your routines are like the routines. But then when you see what other people do, it's like, oh my gosh, they're like, you know,
living differently.
They're having jumping competitions. What the heck? Like
that was specific to us.
That's very specific.
Is that how that's actually how it started? This is all coming back to me now. That's how the Instagram began specifically for us.
Jumping contest.
I knew I wanted to start an Instagram for us, but it actually was kick-started by our competitiveness and hatred for each other.
What? Whoa. I thought you said all of 5 minutes ago that like living with me was your passion.
No, I love it, but we're very competitive people.
Yeah.
And when we have like our jokey arguments, they're never serious arguments, but when we have our jokey arguments about something, it could be literally a word in the English language that we disagree on. The jumping contest came up. I don't know how it came up, but we decided to jump. We decided to jump one evening and see who was better at it.
Yeah. We put up polls on Instagram.
And then we realized we needed a separate space for this kind of mischief.
But I feel like we had already had the account at this point. I'm so sorry if you're just listening to us arguing about when and why we set up this ridiculous Instagram account.
No, it was definitely that night, because then I remember going live and people were giving us challenges to do. And we wrote them all down. We haven't done a single one since. We wrote them all down, and we created an account so that we could go live on that account, and we haven't gone live.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this here and you're listening to the podcast How to Housemate, but you're not following We Are the Bleach Boys, what are you doing?
You have missed everything. You've missed. There's a little highlight on there to see our arguments.
Yes. So this is another thing I really like about, starting the podcast and the Instagram is when we recorded the tea argument.
The tea argument.
I think that was like
we had to stop counting how much tea we drank.
I think do you know something? I think to be honest, I think our competition should have its own separate episode because they're just so epic. And so like
we haven't done anything for ages though.
I know, because we've been doing real life
things.
grown up things which suck, but
not jumping competition.
But I think it's so like funny how much like you're saying competitive nature lives within us.
Yeah.
It's a bit ridiculous, but I love it.
No,
I'm so here for it.
It's good. I think you need to have fun with your flatmate. I feel sad for those people who live in. They don't talk to their flatmates.
Yeah,
They
man.
don't get on with their flatmates. They don't hang out with their flatmates. They're just people they happen to live with because it's cheaper.
Okay, so like I said, follow We Are the Bleach Boys, but we have We Are the Bleach Boys, and we live together. Mm-hmm. How did that happen? Did you fall from the sky?
I did. I came from heaven.
Did it hurt when you came from heaven?
No, I'm not here. No, we were walking. It was after church.
Yeah.
I remember this conversation very well. We were walking to a friend's flat. We were both in halls, so we had dreams.
Shout out to halls, Belmont Tower Hall. Shout out
to halls, man.
Again, separate episode.
We'll get on to halls for all those people struggling right now. No, we were walking back from church and walking to our friend's flat, and we looked at it and we were like, "This is so nice. This is such a nice area." It wasn't a great area to be honest, but it was a nice flat. And it was honestly like asking someone on a date. I felt that vulnerable when I was like, oh, "Abby, do you have someone to live with?"
This is so funny to me, Laura. Because I remember a completely different time and place. I remember walking down Old Hawk Hill.
Yeah.
You know, past like Tim Smith's.
Mm-hmm.
I remember walking there at night with you, and I asked you, "Do you have anyone to live with?" And you were like, "No." Do you have anyone to live with? Like you're right. It's literally like asking someone out on a date. It's like, so intense.
It's like asking someone out on a date. And I've never done that before, so it's. Mm. It's I remember that occasion too, but I feel like it took us a long time to decide that we were the right pair. We had other people as well. I remember creating a list of people we would possibly want to have a house with. Yeah. And then that just all fell through because they all found other people. So.
Yeah, and I guess like these things happen in the way they happen, and I think Again, I think we'll definitely go into this in more depth in another episode, but our like flat hunting journey in and of itself brought us closer together as flatmates, and that like brought up to the culmination of our flat dynamic. Because child, if you people knew
Looking for a flat in general is hard.
Looking for a flat
in a pandemic. Neither of us were in the city.
That was
at one point. That's how we found it.
I think I have a grey hair dedicated
to all those calls,
to all the emails calls, and all the
emails, all the crying about.
I think I aged a good 5 years looking for a flat.
I did as well.
Yep. But again, separate episode. We'll go into that.
We'll get all into this fun stuff about living with other people.
Yeah, and that's ultimately why we wanted to do this, because there's so many things that go along with living with people that don't often get the time of day in the way that you want it to. Like sometimes I feel like people have issues with their flatmates, or they want to say nice things about their flatmates, or and you want to share the flatmate love. Well, guess what? How to Housemate.
Place for you.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Again.
Laura, what is your favorite thing about living with me?
My favorite thing? It's honestly never boring. Like, it's never boring. Genuinely.
Oh.
Like, I come into the kitchen, there's someone who's bright, not always, but sometimes we're...
Sometimes it's 9 in the morning, so...
Sometimes it's 9 in the... No, it's never 9
It's never 9 in the morning.
It's never... No, but... Yeah, there's just always like a bright presence within our flat, and people have always told me that, like people like who know you have been like, "Oh, Abby, it's so good to live with her. She's just always brightening up the room." So yeah, I'm never bored. I'm never lonely except when you leave.
So sorry.
Except when you leave me. Yeah, no, that's my favorite thing. And the food, man, get you a flatmate. Get you a flatmate who can cook. Who can cook and look after you and make you things.
Thank you. To be honest with you, the reason I think we work so well in a flat together is because I think we're like literally the same but different.
Yeah, we're very similar.
I feel the same way about you. You're very bright. You're very creative. Oof, I just love like being in the same space as you. And girl, let me just plug this right here, right now. On Friday nights, all right, Friday nights, it's Flat Friday.
Flat Friday.
It is Flat Friday.
Make a Flat Friday with your flatmates.
Do a Flat Friday. I'm telling you, Flat Friday. What happens is we alternate weeks of cooking for each other, and we sit and we pick a film like the old married couple we are, and we sit on the couch and we watch a film and eat food, and it's fantastic. And this girl right here made, what was it, mushroom risotto last night?
It was all things risotto. There was mushrooms in it. It was everything green and mushrooms.
So low key, I don't think I've ever had a homemade risotto.
No.
Or if I have, I haven't had one in years. But girl, for real, get you a flatmate who's gonna cook for you.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And
your groundnut soup.
Thank you very much. Shout out to Auntie Az.
Yes.
That's my mum. Shout out for the groundnut soup.
Shout out for that delicious dish.
Yeah, man.
That we gobbled down with a spot of inception.
A wee side dish of confusion.
A wee
so much.
Side dish of what the heck is going on.
My favorite flavor.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great tradition. We highly recommend, if you live in a flat or just live with people. It's important to spend time with people that you live with, especially in the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I spent more time with people in my house than I would have any other time. And we need to support each other and be there for each other. It's been a difficult time for a lot of people.
There's been rough stages for both of us during the semester.
Yeah.
It's been really good to have someone that you can talk to, not just someone that will do the dishes for you sometimes.
Yep.
That doesn't always get done. And sometimes
That doesn't always get done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for putting us on blast, Laura.
I am just as much to blame for the pile of dishes by the sinkers.
They're our dishes.
They are. We honestly do each other's dishes because it's just so much easier than like being like, this is my mug, I use this mug, this is my spoon.
This one prong of the fork.
Yes, this one prong of the fork, I used it to spear a pea.
That's it. That's how I feel. I think it's so important to spend time with people that you love. you know. And
even if you don't love them, try and love them.
I think,
because you're not always blessed with being able to choose who you live with, especially if you're in a cult. Like, you have no idea who you're gonna live with, so it's important to try and find common ground with them.
Yes,
even if originally they might not seem like your kind of people, I'm sure you will find something that makes you mesh.
Everybody likes food.
Everybody likes food.
Everybody likes movies.
Yeah. If you can't cook, that doesn't matter. We made nachos one week.
That was one of the best.
Don't need any skills.
Speaking of these nachos, Laura, would you like to tell everyone on the podcast right here, right now? Listen, can I just say for the record, let's keep it straight. Let's keep it clear. We're not affluent people.
No.
We're not rolling in the dough. We're living the student finance lifestyle. All right, that's who we are. This girl, would you like to just explain to everyone?
Well, I've taken a liking for a certain shop that charges more than M&S. It's M&S.
M&S.
We live so close to an M&S, so it's more for convenience, and also the quality I just find is like really good, and also the experience of being in there with all these lovely little elderly people who are just.
I just think it's funny that you have an M&S budget.
I don't have an M&S budget. I just go there occasionally when I need certain things. I mean, we found the avocados, like that's a good thing.
Yo, shout out to M&S avocados.
Good prices.
Haas avocados.
You get 5, 6 in a bag.
For £2.
For £2.
Ciao.
Better than like any other place. So anyway, there's some pros and cons about.
We should get a sponsorship from M&S. So if anyone from M&S is watching right now, if you're listening or whatever, please just know that we're gonna plug you.
I'll big you up.
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah. So anyway, I went there to buy you a sandwich and get some supplies for our Flat Friday, and it came to a whopping £17.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you like to, can you just say that really just nice and close into the microphone? £17.
ASMR.
Like it's ASMR.
£17.
£17, Laura.
£17. That includes 2 sandwiches, which came to like £6. I didn't bother with the meal deal because that's £5 each for a meal deal. To be honest, that probably would have been cheaper.
No, sir.
Anyway, and then I got this dip that was like £4. It's like a layered.
Can I just say a £4 dip?
It's layered.
£4 for dip. I don't care if the dip is laced with gold.
It's layered, Abby. Come on.
With like guacamole, sour cream.
Yes, guacamole, sour cream,
jalapenos
salsa,
on top.
Jalapenos and cheese on top, layered. So you just dip your chip into it.
But speaking of the avocados, did we not make our own homemade guacamole as well?
We did.
And that was M&S, really good.
With M&S avocados.
So this is what you're saying. M&S avocados. Why? It's like why buy the guac when you can get the avocados?
I know.
That was not a real expression.
Why buy the guac when you can get the avocado? No, I just think you need to treat yourself. You need to be decadent sometimes, and especially during a pandemic, we can't always be as decadent as we want to be sometimes. Like, it was a treat, and I haven't done it since. So
you haven't done it since.
I haven't done my weekly shop in M&S since. I buy biscuits from there occasionally. I'll go in there to just look at the old ladies and buy the Christmas chocolate because it's good. And I will go in there occasionally for a ready meal because it's just convenient, but it's not my shop, guys.
It's not her shop.
It's not my shop. There are great things about Lidl as well. I love Lidl.
I love Lidl. Lidl. Shout out to Lidl.
Shout out to Lidl.
This podcast should be called Shout Out to the Big Brands who want to sponsor us.
Yes, please.
He's like, come, let's talk about you and we'll shout you out.
We'll big you up.
Yeah, Flat Friday doesn't need to be expensive. I think.
No.
You know, if you want to have, like, we've been recently having, like, a bottle of wine with some...
£4 from Lidl.
Yeah, with, like, whatever food we make. It doesn't have to break the bank. So all you who are living the student finance lifestyle, sweetheart, don't worry. I understand. I understand that lifestyle, but you can still enjoy good time with your flatmates.
Yeah.
We played Uno one time. I beat her so badly.
We can't play Uno.
We don't play.
Anger, because everyone plays Uno differently, and when you realize that, you think, oh, it's gonna be nice. We're gonna play this game of Uno, and then you realize how
many people play different rules.
Someone will pick up after they like, someone will pick up and then put it down. Apparently that's not a thing people do. You don't do that, do you?
I don't do that.
I do that. And she was like,
shout out to the people who think it's acceptable to stack +4s and +2s. Who do you think you are? What do you think this is? What kind of operation do you think we're running? There's multiples of. Anyways, that's not this podcast. Maybe we'll have another episode.
Board game nights with your flatmates.
Dedicated.
Don't alienate them to win Uno.
Literally,
It's not worth it.
I think I would. I think I'd like.
You would alienate me to win.
I would
Uno.
100% alienate you to win Uno.
We did one night.
I did. It felt so good. Or there was another time where with our friends we were playing Monopoly. We were actually in the same team. And that, oh, girl, I was mad at you. I'm not going to lie.
I just don't do losing well. Well, when I see I'm losing, I just make it 100 times worse myself. I call it fashionably losing. If you're going to lose in style.
No, that's not what was making me mad.
I know what was making you mad, and that was me losing in style, Abby.
Let me just.
It's called begging.
Let me tell you what she was doing. If you guys play Monopoly, the whole point is to be rich, to be balling, to be dripping out. Yeah. So we were not that at all. We were very, very
we
scared.
were not doing well.
And Laura was just begging the other teammates for money.
She was always been one for the sympathy vote. It gets me places sometimes. Just not get me places in Monopoly.
She was like, please, guys, we're so poor. Like, we don't know anything. Like, we're
please
so...
help us. Like, we've only got, like, this amount in the bank. It didn't work.
It didn't work,
we
lost. We lost horrendously.
We lost.
Thank you
Fashionably.
We did not... There
was
nothing fashionable about that. It was just so like, disgustingly lost. But it's okay.
We won't play Monopoly
Exactly.
again.
It's okay. And guess what? We're still flatmates.
That was before we lived together.
Before we started living together.
So we still made it to that stage. I mean, that might have even been before we asked each other out. So.
Yeah, man. This is proof that, you can always make it work with your flatmate, even when they're trash at Monopoly. You can still make it work. You can still make it work.
Maybe.
Make it work.
Maybe not.
So yeah, that's us. That's what we're doing.
Might have my bags packed by the time we're back.
Okay,
back
go
home.
back. I'm leaving you.
I'm leaving you for.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's all it's all wonderful.
And now I'm getting worried.
No. I'm just being. Yeah. I think you just have to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible expression as we've discussed, but yeah, you just gotta work through these things.
Yeah.
We will talk about all of this nitty-gritty stuff.
And yes, with that, we're talking about We Are the Bleach Boys. If there is something that you want us to talk about on the podcast, then please get in touch. We Are the Bleach Boys. Follow us, message us. Or if you're old-fashioned, you can actually email rebreakspeaks@gmail.com and put the header as How to Housemate, and we will answer your email.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
So that's what we are. I mean,
How to Housemate.
How to Housemate. I don't know how we're gonna end this thing. Maybe we can elevator music.
Good luck living with your people.
Good luck.
Now get back to living with my people.
Yep. We'll see you guys soon. All right.
See you soon.